Hey guys,
welcome back to my channel.
so in today's video I'm going to be answering a question that I have been asked since I started doing this, and that is,
what made me decide to play the drums?
so obviously for those who know me, then you know, like, it started with a little simple Nickelodeon show. To other people the show is probably simple, not important, irrelevant, blah blah blah, but to me it's what got me to where I am today. So it all started with the Naked Brothers Band.
The Naked Brothers Band.
Yes, the Naked Brothers Band. I think I might have been like in the playroom in the house we were in at the time. I was in the playroom playing with the other kids. This song came on the TV and it was called Crazy Car, and like the music just started playing and everybody in the room just stopped what they were doing to turn around and start listening to this song.
Crazy car, lead me nowhere.
So once it came on, like, we would always just be singing the song and just like waiting for the little video to pop back up on the TV again, like, because on Nickelodeon that would be like one of the commercials. And then at one point they came out with this little movie, like the Naked Brothers Band movie, and I was just so intrigued by one particular person, and that was the drummer. He just looked like he was having the most fun to me. Like, of course all instruments are fun, and everybody who's playing their instrument, I'm sure you enjoy playing your instrument, but the instrument, like the person that caught my eye, the instrument that caught my eye the most was the drummer. Like, he would just be back there having a ball, and I'm like, oh, that looks like so much fun, like I want to do that. So whenever the Naked Brothers Band would come on, whether the Naked Brothers Band were on the TV or off the TV, I would just find anything that was a replication of drumsticks and I would just start beating and tapping on things. I never even paid attention to the fact that I was actually like creating like a nice sound. It didn't really occur to me until like one day when I was in school. This is back in elementary school, so I'm like 10, and I was making a beat. Somebody had made a particular beat on like a desktop or something, and I was like, no, like, it would sound better if you do it like this. And I played some type of rhythm, and this girl was like, wow, like, you sound really good, like, you should play the drums, you sound really good. And I didn't even think anything of it. I'm just like, thanks. Didn't really think too much of it. So we got to a point like where anytime music was playing in the car, I would be in the car with my mom or my dad, and we would be headed somewhere, the music would be playing in the car, and I would just be like, Mom, if I had a drum set, I would be playing like this, and if I had a drum set, I would play to this song like this. And my mom, she would just always be like, oh, really? Okay. I bet you would. No, this was every day. This was every day. So obviously, like, you know, my mom and my dad could tell, like, this was something that I really had interest in, like something that I really wanted to do. 3 days before my 11th birthday, my mom was about to leave. It was just me and my sister. I think me and my sister and my granny at the house, and my mom was like, okay, I'm about to leave to go take care of some business, so just stay up here, stay out of the window, don't answer the door for anybody, I will be right back, I gotta take care of some important business. So I'm like, okay. And usually, like, if I hear something going on outside, whatever, any type of commotion, like, you know, I'm looking and I'm peeking. But this particular day, like, I just decided to actually listen to my mom. So at one point, I say like maybe an hour or two later, I hear my mom call my name, like, Anaya! And I hear like all this banging and commotion. I don't know what's going on. So I run downstairs to make sure everything is okay. And when I walk into the living room, there was a whole entire drum set just for me. And I remember I was just jumping up and down. I was so excited, like I could not believe it. I have a drum set of my own. One of the best days of my life. Like I will never forget that. It was the best birthday present ever. Every time the Naked Brothers band would come on, I would always play along to their songs that would come on the TV. Like I just wanted to replicate it, and I just wanted to learn how to play. I just wanted to be as good as Alex Wolf, like because he was just my favorite. And I have a drum set now. I was so happy. And I was taking the pictures to school, and I was showing everybody the pictures of my new drum set, and family was coming over to hear me play, and even people around the neighborhood like would be like, wow, that was you playing the drums, like you sound really good. And I'm just like,
Thank you.
obviously my mom could see that this was truly something that I was passionate about, that I was into, so she had me audition to attend creative and performing art. And pretty much at that school, that's who I was known for. I could make
Meat be on the table.
like, so yeah. One day in my musical theater class, there was this girl, and she decided to ask me,
Oh, well, what made you play the drums?
and before I could answer, she was like,
Oh, because all the girls that I know that play the drums, they're gay.
and I just kind of looked at her, and at first I didn't really know what to say, like how to respond, because it just caught me off guard. Her comment, it was a comment making me feel like you know, playing the drum, like me being a girl and playing the drums is something wrong, or like, you know, girls can't play the drums or something.
Girls don't play the drum.
Being homosexual is your sexual preference. Playing an instrument has nothing to do with your sexuality.
Playing an instrument has nothing to do with your sexuality.
There are no gender-based instruments. If a guy wants to play the flute, then play the flute. And if a girl wants to play the drums,
Then girl, you better play them damn drums.
don't let nobody tell you or make you feel like you can't play or do anything because you're a girl, or you can't do this or that because you're a guy.
Do what makes you happy.
Never gonna get nowhere trying to please other people. Like, do what makes you happy. So yes.
I'm a girl and I play the shit out of the drums. Thank you.
Outside of that comment that I've always gotten good feedback, positive words and encouragement when it comes to playing the drums, and I enjoy it, and my daughter, she enjoys it. Like it's not even anything that I've made her do. Like I've got those comments like where somebody's like, oh, like you're making her play the drums now. Like no, this is not something that I make my child do. Like I'm going to, you know, motivate her and support her in whatever she wants to do, whatever makes her happy. She just so happened to, you know, hear me playing the drums one day, and she crawled into the room and she just had the biggest smile on her face. Like she just thought it was the most amazing thing. And when I stopped, she would cry. Like she would cry whenever I would stop playing the drums. And the minute I started back up playing the drums, she would just clap and she would just get so happy. And I'm like, wow, like my daughter is like, she seems to have interest in the drums. And so I got her own little drum set, and you know, now she plays. Got a little mini on my hand. One thing that I loved about going to my performing arts school was just, of course, being able to focus on doing something that I love, which was playing the drums. And I got to play like with the concert bands and the orchestras, and I got to invite my family to concerts, and that was so much fun. I ended up leaving my performing arts school and I went to just a regular high school. When I got to Western Hills High School,
Mustang.
they put me back in like beginning band, so I was already pretty experienced with everything that has to do with beginning band, the basics. Like I was pretty experienced with all of that, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm starting over with beginning band. And one day my teacher was setting up to get class started. He was passing out papers and whatnot, and I had my drumsticks, and I did just a little quiet little drum roll, just a little quiet drum roll. And he looked at me and he was like, how do you know how to do that? And I was like,
I don't know. I just can't.
and he was like, oh no, seriously, like how do you know how to do that? And I was like, I just can, like I actually play the drums. He was like, oh okay, wow, do you play the drum set? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, since you say you can play the drum set, I'm gonna see about putting you in a jazz band. Would you be interested in joining a jazz band? And I'm like, yeah. So he was like, I'm just gonna hear you play and you're with the jazz band. I usually make people audition, but if you can play, you got the spot. So I'm like, okay. And I played for him and I got the spot and I was a member of the jazz band. And he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to take you over to my partner. He's a teacher at the other school here, and we're gonna see about getting you on the drum line. And when he said drumline, I instantly got nervous because it's like, drumline? Like, I've only seen drum lines like on movies or TV. I've never thought that I would actually be on a drum line. That I can say was like one of the most best and most fun experiences I've ever had. Like, first of all, the people that I was, like, my drumline team were amazing. I miss all of you. It was just a fun experience. I miss it so much. I think my only complaint would have been the fact that I put so much time and effort and dedication into the band, into the jazz band, into the marching band, just everything that had to do with the band. When it was really time for me to graduate and the seniors were getting their recognition for things, like, you know, from different teachers, my band teacher didn't give me my recognition. I didn't get a shout out, an award. I didn't get anything. Like, and the few people that joined the band just for one performance, they got awards and shouted out for a solo that they did. I just put so much time and effort into the band, so I felt kind of like,
Well, that sucks.
I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. Like, the only thing that's gonna stop me is
Not having breath in my body anymore.
playing the drums and just rhythm, having that rhythm. Like, it's just something that has just come natural to me. It's something that's just in my blood. It's obviously in my DNA because now my baby has got that
touch.
So that is my story on how I started playing the drums. I have been getting asked that question for a very long time. Me playing the drums started from a simple TV show
on Nickelodeon.
Wow.
So if you guys enjoyed that video, please give it a big thumbs up, leave some comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.